Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial by Zebra Code. In this tutorial, we are going to write an XML document and apply XPath expressions to the XML document. Our XML document will contain information about NBA basketball players and Premier League football clubs. We will write our XML document during the tutorial so that you understand how everything is put together. Then, after writing the XML document, we will apply XPath expressions to the XML document. To do that, let's open our IDE. I will be using the Oxygen XML text editor, but you can use any text editor of your choice. Now, I'm going to open Oxygen. Alright, now I have the Oxygen XML text editor opened, and I am going to create an XML document. I will name my document players.xml. To do that, I will go to File, New, and I will choose XML document. I will save it in this folder that I have been using. That is all about XML. You can save yours in wherever you want to save it in. To save it in a different location, you can browse here. Browse for local file and choose the location that you want to save it in. Now I will give it a name, players.xml. Create. Great. Now I have my XML file created. Before I do anything here, I would like to add a comment. Great. This is a comment and it shows what this XML document is all about. Now I'm going to turn it into a comment. In Oxygen, you select it, go to Document, Edit, Toggle Comment. Now we have it as a comment. So it says this XML document contains information about professional basketball players and football clubs. Many of the players and football clubs are in the National Basketball Association, NBA League, and Premier League. This information is accurate as of 4th January 2025, and it is from these two website links. Now, I am going to create the root level element for this document. I will start here as Games. Now I'm going to enter information for basketball. Here we are the player number 5, team abbreviation NYK. I will explain all these to you in a minute. Name, Precious, Achua. Team, New York, Knicks. Last attended, Memphis. Country, Nigeria. Height, 6, 8. Now we can close this player. Before I go further, let me quickly explain what is going on here. We have our root folder here as games, and inside it we have basketball, and for the basketball game we have players. Each player we have these characteristics or these elements and attributes. A player number, the team abbreviation, the name of the player, then the team the player is playing for, the last attended, which is as of this date, then the height of the player. So this is one player now in the basketball game. I am going to add more players. See here again, player, number 13, team abbreviation MRA, name Bam Adebayo, team Miami Heat, last attended Kentucky, country United States of America, height 6'9". Then we close this player here. Let me move this one like it. I am going to add more players to it. To save time, I am going to do copy and paste here, then change the values. Oxygen allows you to duplicate code. To do that, select the piece of code you want to duplicate, go to Document, Source, Duplicate lines down, and the shortcut is Ctrl plus Shift plus the down arrow. I will click on it here. Great. Now it is duplicated and I'm going to change the values. 12, LAC, team abbreviation, name, Cam, Christy, team, LA, Clippers, last attended, Minnesota, country, United States of America, height, 6'6". Now I will do copy and paste again. Let's duplicate it. Control, Shift, downward arrow. Now I will change the values. Player number again, 12. Team, abbreviation, LAL. Name, Mass Christie. Team, Los Angeles Lakers. Last attended, Michigan State. Country, United States of America. Height, 6'5". I will duplicate it again and I will change the values. Number 8, team abbreviation, MRA, name, Josh, Christopher. Team, Miami Heat. Last attended, Arizona State. Nationality, United States of America. Height, 6'4". I will duplicate this one again and change the values. Player number, 33. Team abbreviation, BKN. Name, Nick Claston. Team, Brooklyn Nets. Last attended, Georgia. Country, United States of America. Height, 6'11". Save it. I'll add a few more. Now I would still do copy and paste. Player number, 1. Team abbreviation, WAS. Name, Johnny Davis. Team, Washington Wizards. Last attended, Wisconsin. Country, United States of America. Height, 6'4". I will duplicate it again and change the values. Number, 24. Team abbreviation, TOR. Name, Bruno Fernando. Team, Toronto Raptors. Last attended, Maryland. Country, Angola. Height, 6'9". Let's add one more. Control Shift the arrow key. That way duplicate it. Now let's change the values. 20. Number 20. Team abbreviation, MRL. Name, AJ Green. Team, Milwaukee Bucks. Last attended, Northern Iowa. Nationality, United States of America. Height, 6'4". Save it. That is enough for the players for now. Now, I am going to add a list of some NBA teams. First, I will leave a comment here. Change this to a comment. Document, edit, toggle comment. Now I will enter here NBA teams, and I'm going to enter some teams here. Team Denver Nuggets. This is their abbreviation, DEN. Let's add some spaces here. Now I am going to duplicate this a couple of times. Control Shift, down arrow, And now I will change the values. Houston Rockets, their abbreviation is HOU. New York Knicks, NYK. Miami Heat, MIA. Toronto Raptors, TOR. Memphis Grizzlies, MEM. Phoenix Suns, PHS. Minnesota Timberwolves, MIN. Atlanta Hawks, ATL. Cleveland Cavaliers, CLE. New Orleans Pelicans, NOP. I'm going to duplicate this a few more times. I'll move this one up. Golden State Warriors, GSW. I will change the values for all of them. Milwaukee Bucks, MRL. Orlando Magic, ORL. Portland Trail Blazers, POR. And finally, Los Angeles Lakers, LAL. Think that is fine for now. We will not have enough time to add everything here, but this is okay for now. Let's move this one up a bit so that they align correctly. Great. Now we are done with the ones for the basketball game. Let's add something now for the football game. I will add some spaces here. First, I will leave a comment here. Football, that is soccer related information, will go in here. I will turn this one to a comment, document, toggle comment. Now I'll say here football. I'm going to enter some clubs here. Club, points, 45. the name of the club, Liverpool. Played, 18. How many games have they won? 14. Drawn, 3. Lost, 1. Before I go further, let me quickly explain to you what is going on here. For the football game, we are going to present some data for different clubs in the Premier League. We will hold points for each club, the name of the club, the number of games they have played as at of today, the 4th of January 2025, the number of games they have won, the number of games they have drawn, and the number of games they have lost. So this data as at of today is accurate. Now let's add some more clubs. How we do the same thing here, copy and paste, then change the values. Club points, 39. Name, Arsenal. Played, 19. Won, 11. Drawn, 6. Lost, 2. If you add all these values together, it will give you 19. I'm going to copy and paste this one again and change the values. 37. Name. Nottingham Forest. They've played 19 games. They've won 11. They've drawn 4. And they've lost 4. Let's duplicate it again and change the values. 35 points. The name of the club, Chelsea. They've played 19 games. They've won 10. They've drawn 5. And they've lost 4. Let's do copy and paste again. Points, 32. Name, Newcastle United. They've played 19. They've won 9. They've drawn 5 and they've lost 5. Let's add one more. Let's duplicate it again and change the values. 31. The name of the club, Manchester City. They've played 19 games. They've won 9. They've drawn 4 and they've lost 6. Save it. Now we can close the club and close football. Now I am going to add the names of some Premier League clubs. I will leave a comment here. Names of some Premier League clubs. You see here, Premier League. Name, Liverpool. And I'm going to duplicate this one a few times, then change the values. Control plus Shift, down arrow, Now I will change the values as no, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, Newcastle United, Manchester City, Southampton, Everton, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Crystal Palace, Leicester City, Manchester United, West Ham United, and finally Aston Villa. Save it. Now we can move this one up. Great. Now we have a valid XML document. Shows here green, which means our XML document is valid. Save it. So once again, our XML document has information about games, and we have two games here, basketball and football. Now that we have created a valid XML document, all we need to do is to start using XPath to query and extract data from this XML document. That is easy to do. Okay, before we start applying XPath expressions to our XML document, I would like to inform you that I am going to put a link to this file in the description area for this video so that you can download it. I will also add screenshots for these websites and the information they contain as of today. Now let's start using XPath expressions with our XML document. It is a valid XML document, so we can work with it straight away. There are different ways we can apply XPath in Oxygen. You may have seen that before in my previous videos. We can apply XPath here. That is, paste our XPath query in this text field, or use it here through XPath SQuery Builder. If this window is not obvious to you in Oxygen, you can go to Windows, Show View, More, then click on this one here, XPath/SQuery Builder, and it will bring up this page. Another way to bring up this window is to go through here, click on this downward pointing arrow and click on Switch to XPath Builder View. It will also bring up this page for you. Okay, now the first thing we can start with is to check whether this document has a comment or any comments. To do that, we can use the XPath comment function. That will be / comment / comment, opening bracket, closing bracket, run it. Exactly, it shows here that this document has 4 items which are comments, and you can move your mouse over each of the comments to read more about it, or press F2 on your keyboard to make it stay in focus. And here now it says sports information NBA and Premier League. This XML document contains information about professional basketball players and so on. If you want to remove this one, just click outside it and it will go away. Okay, that is the first query we have just executed here. Now close this one. Now let's print out the total number of basketball players in our document. To do that, I will run this query / that is, I will start from the root node here, games. To start from the root node, you use 1 /, and to start from a particular node in the document, you use 2 /, that is //. Now I will use 1 / and start from the root node, games. Oxygen identifies it straight away. Hit enter, / basketball / player. Now I'll run it. Exactly, it says here 9 items, which means we have 9 players in this XML document. And here Oxygen shows you the XPath to get to each location. We will come to that later on. Now I will close this. Now let's print out the names of all NBA players in the document. To do that, I will enter this query / basketball / player / name. With this, I will be able to get the names of all the players in this document. I will execute the query. Exactly, it shows here 9 players and their names: Precious Achua, Bam Adebayo, Cam Christie, Mas Christie, Josh Christopher, Nick Claxton, Johnny Davis, Bruno Fernando, AJ Green. These are the names that we have for our basketball players in this document. And because we are starting from a particular node, that is why we use //. Once again, from the root node, you will use 1 /. For example, to get the same result, if I say here, that is /games / basketball / player / name, I will get the same result. The difference is I am starting here from the root node, while the previous one was starting from the basketball node. Now I'm going to run it. Exactly, I get the same result. Sometimes there are different ways you can use to achieve the same result with XPath and XML. Close this one. Now let's print out all the abbreviations for the player teams. Remember, we have here an attribute for the player. So we are going to print out now the attribute team abbreviations. So to do that, we will run this query / at. So Oxygen is already giving me hints and the possible options I can use here. So I am looking for team abbreviation. Click on this one, that is / at team abbreviation. Run it. Exactly, I have here 9 items: NYK, MIA, LAC, LEL, and so on. These are the abbreviations that we have in our XML document. Now I'll close this one. We can also print out the player numbers. We have here an attribute which is for number. We can do the same thing here, / at number, and run it. Exactly, we have here 9 items. These are the numbers for the players: 5, 13, 12, 12, 8, 33, 1, 24, 20. We'll close this. There is another attribute we can also find here. If we say here / and it brings up the attribute. So I'm not going to talk about this one for now. We'll come to it later on. I mean the one for points. Now let's print out the position number of a particular player. We can do this with the concat function, and we can also do it in different ways, but let's use this approach for now. concat, open parenthesis, // player, opening square bracket, 1, closing square bracket, / name. I will put a comma there, space, double quotes, space, double quotes, comma, space. Now, opening square bracket, // player, opening square bracket, 1, closing square bracket, / at number, closing square bracket, closing parenthesis. So what we have here is easy to understand. The XPath concat function, we pull out the name, then add a space, and pull out the player number. Now I'm going to execute this query. Exactly. Here we have Precious Achua 5. The reason we are getting Precious Achua 5 is because we added 1 as the location for our query. Precious Achua is the first player in the document. For example, if we close this one and change it to 4, and here 4, we run it again. Exactly. Now we have Mans Christie 12. Let me close this one. Let's see if I can widen this space so that you see it better. Exactly, that looks better. Now let's check which country a particular player in the document is from. To do that, I will enter this query. Before I enter the query, let me mention it here that there are different ways we can do this. But let's try this approach first. // player, opening square bracket, at number, space, equals. Now we need to specify the number of the player. In this case, I will enter 13, closing square bracket, / country. Now I'm going to execute this query. Exactly. It says here it's from the United States of America. So player 13 is from the United States of America. If we change 13 now to a different number, I will enter here 12 and run it. Exactly. We have United States of America, United States of America. The reason for that is we have 2 players in our document that are bearing number 12, but they play for different teams. To confirm that, if we click on this one, it shows here name Cam Christie, country United States. Let's check his number. It's number 12. Then let's click on the second one. Again, here it shows country United States of America. That's Mans Christie, who is also number 12, but he plays for Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, now let's find out all the teams in the basketball game. To do that, we run this query, // basketball, // basketball, / player, / team. There are different ways we can do this in XPath, but this one is okay. Let's run it. Exactly. Here it shows 9 items: New York Knicks, Miami Heat, LA Clippers, Los Angeles Lakers, Miami Heat, and so on. Another way we can achieve the same result is by starting from the player node, // player, / team. Now I'm going to run this query. Exactly. Choose 9 items: New York Knicks, Miami Heat, LA Clippers, and so on. Same result that we got from the former query. I will close this one. Now let's find out all the countries in the basketball game. To do that, we can run this query, // basketball / player / country / basketball / player / country. I'm going to execute this query. Exactly. It shows here now items, Nigeria, United States of America, Angola, as the 3 countries that we've got in our XML document. Now, let's find out the height of a particular player in our XML document. We can use the XPath concat function to achieve that. There could be other ways, but let's use the concat function. I'll see here concat, opening parenthesis, / player, opening square bracket 1, closing square bracket, / name, comma, double quotes, space, double quotes, comma, space, opening square bracket, / player, opening square bracket 1, closing square bracket, / height, closing square bracket, closing parenthesis. So what this query will do is, with the concat function, it will pull out the name of player 1 and the height of player 1, because we specify 1 here. That will be the first player in the document. Now I'm going to run this query. Exactly. We have here Precious Achua 6'8". That's for the height. If we change these values now from 1 to, let's say 5, and let's run it again. Exactly. We have here Josh Christopher 6'4". Let's find the last attended for a particular player. To do that, I will delete this and I will enter this query / player, square bracket 3, square bracket / last attended. Now I'm going to run this query. Exactly. For player 3, it says last attended is Minnesota, and if we click on it, it actually shows here player 3, last attended Minnesota. Now let's find out the name of a player and the team that the player plays for. To do that, we can run this query. I'm going to delete this one. Now we enter this one / basketball / player, and now we can use the concat function / concat, opening parenthesis, name, comma, double quotes, and in between the double quotes I will just put some dash here, comma, I'll put team here, and closing parenthesis. Now I am going to execute this query. Exactly. Here it shows each player and the team the player plays for, and it shows everything for all the players. Precious Achua, New York Knicks, Bam Adebayo, Miami Heat, Cam Christie, LA Clippers, Matt Christie, Los Angeles Lakers, and so on. So this dash, they are just the ones that I added here with the concat function. Now, let's look at the football aspect of our XML document. This was one of the reasons why I suggested that we typed it up ourselves so that we understand the structure of our XML document. Now, I'm going to close this one and I'm going to delete this one. By the way, Oxygen keeps a history of your XPath query. If we click here, it shows all the XPath queries that I have run so far, and if I want to clear history, I can clear it in here, but I'm going to leave it as it is for now. So even if you have deleted a query here, you still have it in the history area of your application. Now let's find out how many games a team on the Premier League has played and how many it has won. To do that, we can also use the XPath concat function, and I am going to write a long query for this one. I will start from the root node /games /football /club / now we can add the concat function to it. Concat, opening parentheses, name, comma, double quotes. I will put played there, comma. Now the played element, comma, and double quotes, and in between the double quotes, I will say here games, comma, again double quotes, and in between the quotes, I will say here and one, comma. Now I will enter one. This one is for the element, while this one is just a string of text. Then I need to close this with a closing parenthesis. Now I'm going to run this query. Exactly here it prints out information about the 6 clubs. It says here 6 items. Liverpool played 18 games and won 14. Arsenal played 19 games and won 11. Nottingham Forest played 19 games and won 11. Chelsea played 19 games and won 10. Newcastle United played 19 games and won 9. Manchester City played 19 games and won 9. Now let's print out the total number of clubs in our XML document. I am going to delete this query, and we can also use the concat function to implement that. To do that, I will say here concat, opening parentheses, these are, comma. Now I will add the count function here. Count, opening parentheses, / football / club, closing parentheses, comma, double quotes. I'll say here UK Premier League football clubs in the XML document, and closing parentheses. When I run this query, it will tell me how many football clubs we have in this document. I'm going to run it. Exactly. It says here there are 6 UK Premier League football clubs in the XML document. Now let's print out the names of all the clubs in the Premier League in our document. I am going to delete this query, and I will enter here / Premier League / name. The XPath expression is / Premier League / name. Now let's execute it. Exactly. We have here description 14 items. Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, Newcastle United, Manchester City, Southampton, and so on. They are all listed here. Now let's run one last query here. Let's find out the name of a particular club and its points. To do that, we can also use the XPath concat function. Now I'm going to delete this one and I will enter this one, concat / football / club, opening square bracket. I will enter one here, closing square bracket, / name, comma, double quotes, comma, opening square bracket, / club, opening square bracket 1, closing square bracket, / at points, closing square bracket, closing parenthesis. Now when I run this XPath query, it will tell me the name of the club in the first position, which is number 1, and the points that that club has, because we specify 1 here. I'm going to run it. Exactly, it says here Liverpool 45, and if we check our XML document, exactly same here, point 45 for Liverpool. And if we change this number now from 1 to something different, I will put 5 here, and I will put 5 here. This time I'm going to run it again. Exactly, it says here Newcastle United 32 points. So this tutorial was to show you how we can create a valid XML document and apply some XPath expressions to the XML document. I hope you learned something from this video. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed to it. I will be posting videos from time to time, so that each time I post a new video, YouTube will notify you. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye for now.